Hello everyone, my name is Justin, and before I start this episode, I want to say I uploaded a video on Sunday, an episode of this series, and if you did not see it, please go check it out. It didn't get many views. It seems like when I upload on the weekends, they don't get many views. I don't know why, but I may not upload on weekends anymore because they just never get the same views as the ones I upload during the week. So please check that out if you haven't. If you're new to this series, here we are with the Boston Bruins GMO series, and we are in technically, I believe, year number 7. Um, or year number 8. I can't count. Hold on. We are in year number 7. This is a recap of what happened during those 7 years, in case you're new. This has obviously been a long series. You might not want to go back and start from the beginning, so I'll give you a little bit of a recap real quick. So the plan in year 1 was to win with the team that they had. We made it to the playoffs year number 1. I don't remember what round, but it was 1 or 2. Got eliminated the next year. Wanted to win again, but we just were doing awful. So midway through year 2, I said, okay, it's time to just completely rebuild. So it was tanking year 3 and 4, even though it wasn't successful. Year 5 was supposed to be the year we kind of got back on track and were progressing into maybe winning. But it didn't happen in year 5. And I realized that I think at about the end of year 5 was I realized I didn't get enough pieces. The team wasn't going to turn out how I hoped. So we decided to do a rebuild again. This time, right, I did better scouting. I've taken it a lot more serious to try to find pieces, and now we're trying to win. I don't expect to win this year, but we have pretty much all the pieces we need to win, either on this team or in the future. We have Geet, and we have Lacerte as pretty much our first liners of the future, as well as he's in this. Ooh, Bakos is ready to play. I don't know if I want to play him just yet. He's actually in the CHL. Trying to think of his name. Hold on. Let's go to contracts real quick. This is going to be a short episode. We're just simming to the end of the year. We're at the trade deadline. So let me just show you what the future of this team looks like. We did a better job rebuilding. Hopefully we're going to do a better job growing the prospects. So as far as centers, long term, not Backstrom. He's to help us win pretty much this year. If we don't win this year, he's probably going to walk. We might sign him to a 1-year deal, but he's top 6 potential. That means he's going to start dropping. So Geet is our first line center of the future. We have Gergensons and Malkin just for right now, really. Gergensen short term, Malkin super short term. As far as prospects go, we have Bader. He might not turn into anything. Cowan, Bakos, our first overall pick we thought was a bust. He's going to at least make the NHL, whether it's with us or not. But here we go, Heward. We're going to convert him to a left winger or a right winger and convert Lacerte to left winger if we want to have the right hands, left and right hand. But hopefully he's our first liner of the future. We can have a scoring first line, 2 playmakers, and a sniper. We drafted him 4th overall. And we have guys like Shrimp and guys like Brylan. So we got prospects for centers. Left wingers, short term Forsberg, kind of medium term really. Same with DeBrus. Don't know how long these guys would be around. A few years at least though. We got him. Jung looks to be topped off. As far as prospects go though, we have Cappadocia, Olsen, and these guys. Not the best prospects at left wing. But there's free agency as well. As far as right wingers go, Lacerte long term, The rest of these guys, they're these two at least short term to win now. Hopefully win this year. If we don't, it's no big deal though. Prospects also not the best. Probably gonna try to get a winger this year or defenseman. So as far as defensemen goes, Zabural's still young. We have Bennington, Carlos Young, Burmistrov. We picked up Scandella in the last episode to help out our defense. But as far as prospects go, we have Scatchard. He's hopefully going to be our top 2 defenseman. We don't have another top 2 defensive prospect. That's the one piece we really don't have. But we could draft. We probably can't draft one, so that might be a free agency thing. As far as goalies go, right here is our goalie of the future. He's now listed as a backup goalie, but he's played most of the year in the AHL. He doesn't seem to be mad at us. I think we're going to keep him there for the rest of the year. He is having a heck of a year, 20 wins. Well, not really. 2017 is kind of bad, but his individual stats are good. So that's pretty much our team for now and the future. I mentioned that we acquired Scandella in the last episode to bolster a defensive core. He's a lot better than Lawson. At least his overall suggests that. I kind of juggled the lines. Lacerte just completely stopped getting points. I wanted him to get like 50 points this year, and he's not going to get 50 points this year. I moved him down to the third line, hoping that could spark him with Malkin and Silversberg. And Scandella, we put him here. Dolan is a plus 16. No need to move him down. Although Scandella does have top 4, that's why I had to make sure I gave him some first line penalty kill. I should probably put him on here too. Yeah, sorry, Burmistrov. We don't want him getting mad at us during our playoff run. So we're going to send him to the rest of the season here and hopefully get some wins. That's the plan. You know, we're a little shaky there. We got 2 wins in a row, though, coming into this. We're a little bit past the deadline, actually, because I wanted to see how this team would sim with Scandella. It really hasn't. It's been a little bit shaky. But hopefully we can pick it up right here. Oh, my gosh. Every time I say I think we're going to win, we just suck. There's a win. Okay. So not in good shape at this point. But we just got to win. Let's hope we can kind of build on that. Gergensen's injured, of course. We're trying to win. Why would I... For crying out loud. Oh, my God. I try to tank and this team wins freaking 40 games. I'm trying to win. This team barely wins 40 games. It's freaking ridiculous. Time to juggle the decor because we're letting in like 1,000 goals. Carlo, minus 14. You suck. Zabora, minus 12. You suck. Bennington. Gosh, come on. Get some wins. I wanted to get 45 wins this year. I didn't want to get 30 regulation losses. What do you know? We have 30 regulation losses. We won 2 in a row. It might be a miracle. 3 in a row. Holy smokes. Dolan is a beast. He might be 81 overall, but he is a beast. There's a loss. Okay. Please, I want to get 45 wins. Win 3 of these 5 games. I would like 4 just to help our point total, but you have to win 3. There's a good win. If we win them all, that'd be pretty nice. I don't know what I was scouting. Hopefully forwards. Now we'll do some defensemen. There we go. Let's win both of these. Go into the playoffs hot. So after the acquisition, a little bit shaky. We kind of juggled the D pairs, and we've seemed to not get the 45 wins I wanted. I was just gonna say we seem to have turned it around. Oh, I hate this game. Luckily, we're still third in our division, so we make the playoffs. Don't have home ice. We will face Toronto. You know, this is kind of accurate to I think what the NHL will be like in the future. Maybe not the Bruins because obviously I'm controlling them. But you got teams like Buffalo and Toronto are going to be the powerhouses of this division. The Red Wings got prospects. It makes sense that they're decent. And then, let's take a look here. Okay. So let's just take a look at everything. Like every freaking season in this freaking game, people are point per game, then somehow at the end of the year they end up getting in the 60s. It's like you check to the deadline out at 60 points in 63 games, then at the end of the year they have 69 points. Like, it's ridiculous, the point totals in this game. But I'm going to quit complaining about that real quick. I want to talk about this. So in the entire league, here we are, managed to get 9th. Let's see what our problem was. Goal scoring wasn't exactly great. Defense was okay. Our power play sucked. That's good to know. Can maybe juggle that before the playoffs. Penalty kill apparently sucked. Yeah, our penalty kill sucked. Fantastic. Somehow 68 points is all that our first line got. That has an 88, an 89, and a 91. Amazing how this game works. Faction 68 points, use a point per game pretty much earlier, but magically, like I said, Geet manages to get 77 points with a lot worse wingers, and now only 68. 60 for Malkin. That's pretty good for the third line. Not ready to call it quits just yet. 8 power play goals. He might have to go up on the first unit. Gergenson's 52, pretty good. Heinen 31. Forsberg only 56. That's not good. Better than last year, I guess. I was expecting in the 60s though. DeBrusque 47. Sundqvist. Silverberg 53. Connolly, Lacerte. Not the year I was hoping for from him, but he picked it up towards the end. 12 points in the last 15 or so games. Defenseman Zaboral kind of took over as our point producer. Plus minus Binnington was our best defenseman. Goaltenders, Gillies did okay. This guy played better, but he's only 80 overall. So Gillies will be our starter in the playoffs, at least to start with. Let's check our AHL squad real quick. Defenseman, goalie. I was really hoping these guys would make the playoffs. They might, because of a bounce back from Mikko Hakkinen. He was 20-17. Since then, he's gone 7-2. What a beast. This guy's pretty good himself. Svoboda. We'll check the entire NHL. See if it's just us who the players don't get points, or if it's the whole league, because this game's simulation engine is just about awful. Like I said, a few people, and then all these guys got 70. McDavid, well, he played 69 games. That makes sense. But these guys should have all 80 points. It's kind of ridiculous. So Tavares, Pujarvi, and Kane, Eichel, Teravainen, Lake. Where's Austin Matthews? Crosby sometimes gets 60 points in this freaking game. That would never happen, even if he had an awful team around him. Here we go, Austin Matthews, 66 and 77 for 90 overall. Like, this game is so ridiculous. If anyone knows how to get maybe a setting I could change in the sliders or the gameplay settings that would make the simulation get more goals, better stats, please let me know. But Drew Doughty's still tearing it up at 33 years old. Rookie skaters. It's looking like Iverson has kind of run away with freaking Iverson. 57 points. The dude's 82 overall. Then Lacerte, for crying out loud. Might as well just sim up to this. In the next episode, we will face Toronto, the Maple Leafs. I don't believe there's anything else I need to check. Let's actually real quick. It's not in this menu, but I clicked it. Go back. It's in managed roster. Let's see progress reports from the regular season. How much people went up. Obviously, the playoffs will make them go up more. Malkin has decreased. That's about it for the NHL. 57 to 70. That's pretty good. Jesse Healy. Stracklin up to a 77. Fantastic. Heward up to a 74. Hopefully he'll be like a 76 to a 78 next year. Hopefully he'll play in the AHL. I believe so. And then in the 80s, the year after that, hopefully. Schwemp is grown. Okay, that's me for this episode. Kind of short, but we got this done. Let me know if you think we can make a run in these playoffs. Hopefully we can. We don't have the best team, but we have a hungry team. We have a team that's got veterans and young guys. You just never know when a miracle can happen. So please subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next.